Proud of the guys. We took the momentum away from ourselves, and they did a real good job of getting on a roll there late. And we looked a little discombobulated, and even to start the overtime, I thought the guys did a good job coming back, and fighting back. And it's a good win. It's a good win.
You guys didn't give up a three-pointer until 2:34 left in the first half, and then quite a barrage. Was it just them?
Two of them were off of free throws. Two of them were off of free throw
Right.
rebounds, and the third one was a transition defense in the first half. Were offensive rebounds. So three-point attempts in the first half were off of offensive rebounds. The third one was a transition one.
Did they just start shooting from farther out, or?
We went under some screens we weren't supposed to go under. They made some shots, and they got their confidence going, especially late.
Just the close of regulation, not being able to quite finish them off. Are you concerned about that, or is that just them doing some
Concern.
crazy
I think
things?
the biggest concern was we had a timeout, and as a coach you can't call it. So we got to, we were aware, and we got to clean some of those things up. And with the young team, there's going to be some of those, unfortunately.
Did you have nerves toward the end of the game? You were very active and stuff. You didn't appear to be nervous or anything, but were there nerves in a game like this for you at this point?
No, not really. I was pretty comfortable out there.
The free throws, and obviously you got a second chance there toward the end to go ahead and put the dagger in with the last two. And the wraparound pass to Norelia, which I think pretty much won the game for you guys eventually anyway. Walk me through that one real quick.
I just caught the ball and he got onto my right side, and I just drove it to the left. Trey's guy helped up, so I just saw Mario, I just threw it to him, tried to make the right play.
Christian, as a player, how do you guys feel when you see a big lead and, like your coach said, you kind of just shot yourself in the foot to get them back in the game?
Well, we just try to stay in it no matter what happens, no matter what kind of run they went on. We try to keep our mind into it no matter how well they're playing. We just need to fight back, as we did today.
And Julian, what does this say about, you were very active tonight too. What does this say about your team that you guys were able to pull this off? This got to really, bear on you, grind on you to have a big lead like that just go away.
Yeah, it does. Well, as we think back to the beginning of the season, we started off the season with a couple of overtime games. The Youngstown State game went to 3 overtimes. We've been, tested early on in the season, and we work through practice every day, working games every day, to work through situations like that. And just like Coach said, we didn't give up as a team. We worked and found a way to win and push harder. And, that's all we really focus on.
They should be one of the strong teams in the league, is what maybe people think. You talk about getting protecting home court. Julian, if you want to share a thought on protecting home court against a good team like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. We stress as a team, it's important to win all your home games regardless of who comes in. Weak opponent, strong opponent, and tonight was a good win. Give credit to them, they played hard. But we definitely, accomplished our goal tonight as far as winning and keeping the home court.
Joe, what's the update on Meach? I understand that he was ready to play tonight, and I think warm-ups maybe give that same leg up.
Talk to the doctor and hopefully get an update tonight or tomorrow.
He looked a bit limpy tonight.
I wasn't out there. He'd already gone back into the locker room when I came out.
Concerning, given that you guys have had to cut back a little bit on his playing time and his minutes, what you need him
It's
for?
very concerning. We'll see what the doctor says.
When do you expect to get word?
Tomorrow sometime, hopefully.
USC Upstate, while we've got you. Quick turnaround again, as always.
Well, obviously, they've gotten off to a good start. I don't know how the game went tonight, but they had a good win at NJIT, and he's got a young team, a little bit different last year with Ty Green being gone, but Buchanan's played well. Holmes, the freshman guard, is the leading freshman scorer, one of the leading freshman scorers in the league. He's very talented. I just think they have to play. He's a good coach. We'll have to be ready.
They lost at Stetson tonight. Yeah. Julian, your thoughts on Upstate? Obviously, you'd like a little payback, but I'm sure you don't think that much about that.
I mean, definitely, if you want to talk about that, going back to the last game of the season last year, it was pretty tough, but we got a whole new team this year. We're going to come back what we've been working on, what we've been practicing, and we're going to come out with what we know how to do and play our best.
I know you guys were totally zeroed in on this, but what do you think the keys are for Upstate? They're, they are quite different without Ty, but still salty in the middle, etc.
Oh yeah, their bigs are very good. They play a little bit of a weird zone, a little matchup zone, so we got to play against that. We've been playing against that all week, a little bit towards while we were going over the NJIT stuff. But yeah, coach is going to prepare us very well. We're going to be ready.
Offensive rebounding gave up tonight, Joe. Is that Meach a little bit being out?
I think that's a little bit of Meach, and the biggest thing to me was how many loose balls did we get? I mean, there was a ball, there were 7 or 8 of them, it seemed like in the second half, that you just pick up or fall on, and we could have wrapped some things up earlier. We've got to get loose balls, 50-50 balls.
Joe, how do you as your team learn from something like this, you know, blowing such a huge lead but still being able to obviously pull out the win?
I think experience with these young guys, I mean, you know, at the end of the game, with timeouts or even situations, bluff and retreat and, you know, get out of the way. I think some of those things right there are all, until they go through it a few times, I don't think you understand what it's really about.
And Julian, you know, tell me about what you were saying to Zach after that huge block that essentially iced the game.
I was just, you know, excited that he, you know, made the play. I just said, you know, good block, man. You know, way to, you know, put the team on your back. You know, make the right play. You know, that's a winning play, and that's what we need from everybody.
How big has he been stepping up as a freshman?
Zach, you know, he's been stepping up a lot, man. I'm loving his effort. I'm loving, you know, how everybody, not just Zach, how much better everyone's getting. And I'm just, you know, happy for him, you know, able to play this season and able to do what he loves to do.